The library's course guides were created to help you locate information in your field of study. To locate the library's course guides, scroll down on the library page until you reach the area which says Course Guides. Click on Course Guides to locate the course guide that you wish to use. In this case, we're going to be using the Vet Tech course guide, located at the bottom of the page. Each of the library course guides are set up in a similar manner, with the home page being a place that you can stop and find instant access to the various databases in your subject area. You will also find access to off-campus database information. And this information is needed so that you can access the databases when you're not on campus. If you're on campus, you'll have instant access. If you are accessing from home, say you're taking an online course or you just need to do some study at home, you'll need to download something we call the VPN. And the VPN can be easily downloaded to your computer, and you'll see in the off-campus access database box that you have a link here to click for one-time installation. You'll install that to your desktop, and it will live on your desktop until you uninstall it. What you'll see is a little circle that says Cisco, and if you click on that circle, you'll use your Flashline username and password to log in, and then that will allow you access to all the databases. Without the VPN on your home computer, it will not be able to recognize you as a Kent State student, and only Kent State students can access the resources that are listed in these guides. While the home page gives you a quick start to the different resources that you'll need in your course, the rest of the tabs will go a little more in depth to information that you will be needing for your course area. For instance, the first tab, Developing a Research Question, offers videos that can help you develop research questions. The second tab, Kent Link, will take you directly to the Kent Link catalog. There you can search for information that you need through the catalog, which will bring up not only books but also databases, images, video, ebooks, and online information. Going back to the Vet Tech course guide, you'll find that the next tab is called Databases. In the Databases tab, you'll see a listing that's a little more in depth of the different databases that are available in your subject area. Underneath each database is a description of the database, and all you need to do to access one is just click on the database link, and it will take you straight to the database. Again, there's also information on how to access the databases from home, how to install the VPN. You also see a box that tells you about the eJournal Finder, and you use that when you know the title of a journal, and it will find what database it's in. It can be difficult to go through databases and try to find a specific title. By using the eJournal Finder, it gives you a chance to use the Journal Finder to find the titles rather than you trying to look through and find a title. If you have an article that you find in one of the databases and you can't access it, there's also a link that asks you for the article request form. We can interlibrary loan different articles for you, so if you find something that's not available, go ahead and use the article request form to request that article. Also, you'll notice at the bottom of the page there are various tutorials to use with EBSCOhost. EBSCOhost is the system that delivers the databases to you. So it can give you a little more information if you wanted to go into some advanced searching. It'll also give you information on how to mobile search. You also can include some information about tutorials on Medline and BIOS. Tutorials come in handy once you've been searching for a while and you understand the basics, and maybe you want to go a little bit further with that. We also have a tab called Books. And the Books tab will again take you to Discovery at Kent. It will also take you to the eBooks area. You can search for ebooks, which can be accessed immediately. Sometimes students run into trouble when they're looking for something on the catalog and maybe they have to wait a few days to request the item. If you need something that can be accessed immediately, I recommend going to the ebook search. Also, that gives you general information on different species of animals. Say, for instance, you're doing a report and first you need the basics of the animal. You might want to go to the ebook search first and take a look there for that. Okay, the next tab takes us to the Cite It area, and you'll see there's a drop down. Whoops, it tries to give me the other drop down for APA. If you just click on APA, it will take you straight to the APA guide. Also note that there's a tutorial for something we call RefWorks, and RefWorks is a citation generator. It will also house and keep track of all the different articles that you look for. So RefWorks is free to you if you're a Kent State student. All you have to do is click on the link where it says RefWorks, and you can download that to your computer, and it will keep a running tab of all the different articles that you search for or use while you're here at Kent State. For now, we're going to go ahead and go into the APA citation style. APA is the citation style for the sciences. So as a vet tech student, you're going to use APA in all of your papers. To help you with that, we've created an APA guide. And in this guide, we offer all the information that can help you cite books, journals, newspapers, web pages, walk you through in-text citations, and give you the paper format and guidelines. For instance, one of the things that's different about our guide is that we offer color-coded information. We found that this helps students better understand what goes into the citation. For instance, when you see a city name within a citation, often students don't know exactly why that's there, and that is the location of the publisher. Another thing that you see in APA citation, with journals especially, is something called a DOI. So you'll see that here listed in the top citation that gives you just the information that goes into it. When you're looking at databases and you come across articles, typically you'll see a DOI listed in the citation information. If you do not see a DOI listed, then what you need to do is put in a retrieved from statement. And all the retrieved from statement is just you put retrieved from, and then you copy and paste the URL into that. Note that there are different types of citation styles for each type of resource you use, and then within each resource there are different citation styles for that as well. For instance, here's one for a magazine article. It tells you if you have 3 to 6 authors what to do. This gives you a pretty good guide on how to get started with your different citations. Okay, we also offer the web page citation page. So anytime you use something from the web, you're going to use a retrieved from statement for that. And again, a retrieved from statement is simply retrieved from, and you copy and paste the URL in. One of the common questions I get with information for web pages is if it doesn't have an author, what do you need to put in? If it doesn't have an author, you simply start with the title of the document. So you don't have to try and figure out who the author is. If there is none listed, just start with the title of the document. Okay, the next section is in-text citations. So whenever you use a citation on your reference page, you need to have a corresponding in-text citation. And the in-text citation in APA is simply author's last name and year of publication. If, however, you are quoting material, you will want to include the page number of the quoted material. So that's something where RefWorks can come in handy if you have several articles you're working with and maybe you can't find one that you used. If you put it in RefWorks, you can instantly go back and find it, locate the page number, and that will ensure that your in-text citation is correct. The next tab is paper format guidelines. So here you have an example of a paper that you can download. You also have some information that tells you what goes into your APA formatted paper. Makes it very simple to go in and just create an APA formatted paper and know what exactly you need to do. The next tab in the APA guide has to do with plagiarism, and it gives you some explanations of what is considered plagiarism. We'll go through, I will include a tutorial that is solely on plagiarism in your guide as well, so I won't hit too much on this in this particular one. Okay, also again, the link that will take you straight to RefWorks, and this will show you how to set up an account in RefWorks. The next tab in your guide is for the Writing Center. If you click on the Writing Center tab, it will just take you to information about the Writing Center. The Writing Center is located here in the library. There is typically somebody in the Writing Center that can help you with your papers. If, however, there isn't, you can always email a paper to them and they'll preview that for you and let you know different areas that you need to fix or give you help with your citations if you need that. But anything you need when you're writing a paper and you're not quite sure, you can come in and talk to the Writing Center about that, and they will help you get through your papers. Okay, the next tab I have is Veterinary Journals by Title. And in this list are just various veterinary journals. I basically did a search with the word veterinary in it and just came up with all the different titles that we have that have to do with veterinary research. So if you prefer to search this way, you can search just by the journals. You can also, if you know the title of a journal at this point, you can type it in and it will give you the title of that journal. It will take you to where it is in different databases. Something to note here, and in particularly in this one, this is a good example. The first one is in Medline Complete, so it has access up to 1 year ago. If you need something that's more recent than that, you'd want to go into the Ohio Link Electronic Journal Center, where it links you here. It will take you into anything from 1999 to present day. So just pay attention if there are several in here. It usually means they're not complete in a couple of them, but you'll usually find one that is up to date here. If it is in print, in these particular ones, we do have several veterinary journals here in print at the Kent campus and at the Tuscaroras campus. If you want something in print, just come into the library and get that. If you need it from Kent, you just would fill out a request for an article from Kent. Okay, we also have a link to On the Floor at Dove, and that's something that you're going to be getting a username and password from your professor for. I just provide a link here so that you have everything kind of in one place. That way you're not jumping around through the library site and through Blackboard, through different sites. You can just kind of access everything all from one area. Okay, I also have a listing of websites. So students often ask me why I would put a bunch of websites in here. And in this case, I do it so that instead of asking students to go look for something on their own, maybe not getting the best information, here I can give you some examples of what are good websites. And there are some good websites. It's just that when you search on the internet, you get a lot of things that aren't necessarily good websites. So what I've done here is just put a lot of them in here so that you get some examples of, what are credible websites. So a lot of these are professional websites in the area of veterinary medicine. So these are always good websites to review. Not only that, sometimes you get some update information and you get some insider information on people who are already in your field and talking about the issues of the day in your field. Okay, the final tab I have here gives you some information on how to create a PowerPoint, how to edit images. I know some of the vet tech projects include PowerPoints, so here I give you a link to just different information about how to create a PowerPoint. Maybe you've never done one before, maybe you're not really sure what to include in a PowerPoint. This gives you different options on what to include, talks about how you set them up. Just gives you all the basics that you might need to create a presentation. Also, the image editing, say you want to use some images, it gives you information on how to resize them, and just basic word processing. So those I just put in there for if you have any, sometimes students are new to these different types of programs, and it's good to have some information to let you get started. Hey, that's the overview of your guide, and I just kind of like to do the overview to get you acclimated to what's in your guide so you know where to go back and look for things. This tutorial will remain in the front page of your guide so that you can take a look at it at any time. You can skip forward or back depending on what it is you need to know about the guide. And of course you can contact me at the library anytime that you have questions. So thank you for your time.